Good morning, students. In the previous video we have completed all the lessons of unit 5. Now let's start the material. Open your material, page 65. We have a glossary meanings. Go through the glossary meanings, and 66 page question and answers are given to you. Up to page 67 we have 12 questions of environment lesson. If you go through all these questions once again, you can know the gist of the lesson. Next, or will the dreamer wake? Go through the question and answers. And tale of three villages. All the three villages questions, glossary meanings till page number 72. If you go through all these, you will be perfect in knowing the lesson once again. Now next we will follow with the reading comprehension. Radio. It is from Unit 5, Reading A, Environment Lesson Wangari Maathai. Now, what happened when you started working with the women asked by NHK Radio? And Wangari Maathai answer, well, the first time when I told them let us plant trees, the women said they did not know how to plant trees. So I asked the foresters to come and teach them, but they were very complicated. They are professionals. It became very complicated for ordinary literate women. So I told the women work on the farms. They are the ones who plant, they are the ones who cultivate, they are the ones who produce food. So I told them that seeds of trees are like any other seeds. So if they were to treat these tree seeds the same way they treat other seeds of food crops, there is no difference. I told them to look for old broken pots even and put seeds there. They will germinate and they will know these are the seedlings from the seeds they planted, and we gave them plastic bags to be able to put those seedlings and to nurture them. And when they were about half a meter long, then they could go and transplant them on their farms. In the beginning it was difficult, but they soon gained confidence and they became very competent foresters. So I called them foresters without diplomas. Now, first question, why was the teaching of the foresters complicated? What do we write? Because they are professionals. How did Maathai call the women foresters? Foresters without diplomas. The first problem faced by women when they wanted to plant trees was, what is the right option? Either lack of seeds, lack of land area, they did not know how to plant trees. The problem is they did not know how to plant trees. So option C. The foresters couldn't help the women planting trees because the women were not paid. Their methods were complicated. They were not interested. Their methods were complicated. One of the solutions provided by Maathai was to send them to regular classes, to treat the tree seeds like any other seeds, to appoint new trainers. Option B is the right one. Next, reading B, or will the dreamer wake? From that the stanza is given to you. Here in the center 4 directions gather. The path ahead leads up or down. Is this our last bright new world birthing? Is this our waving as we drown? This could be our last true moment, knowing the truth our choices make. Our grandchild asked, that was the moment, and did the dreamer wake? Knowing the truth our choices make, what is the truth we should know? We should be prepared to live without animals and birds. Different species in the world are endangered. We should protect them. We should plant trees to protect the nature. Now, what is the right one? We should be prepared to live without animals and birds is wrong. We should plant trees to protect the nature. Only plants are required. So, that is also not correct. Different species in the world are endangered. We should protect them. Option B. The poem is about lamenting the end of the world, saving the endangered creatures, making the grandchild aware of other creatures. Which option is chosen here? Saving the endangered creatures. Option B. This could be our last true moment. We are in danger of losing animals and birds. We should save the animals and birds. The right time to protect the nature and all its species is now. Yeah, option C is the right one, as it's the right time to protect the nature and all its species is now. Now going with the reading C. We have 3 lessons in reading C. In that we have taken one of it. I can remember the time, she said wistfully, when all the fields around this village were green and the harvest good. Her outstretched arm described a complete circle as she stood in the morning sun. Then they built those monsters, those. Her voice spluttered in anger as she shook her fist at a collection of ominous looking black buildings on the horizon, covered in a low lying shroud of thick smoke. They said that factories need leather to make shoes, handbags, and clothes. They said our menfolk would get jobs. They said we would all become rich. We stood silent, each thinking our own thoughts. Yes, they told you all that, but there is so much they didn't tell you. They didn't tell you that to change animal skin into leather, which they call tanning, uses as many as 250 different chemicals, including heavy metals such as cadmium, arsenic, and chromium. They didn't tell you that these chemicals are discharged into the environment from those chimney stacks and fall to earth for miles around, polluting the earth below. They didn't tell you that this would poison your fields so that nothing will grow. Now, after reading this passage, you can understand that it was taken from Ponimanturi village. Now, question for you. What did her outstretched arm show? Her outstretched arm showed that the fields around the village, which were once green and had good harvest. How is leather tanned? Leather is tanned by using 250 different chemicals and heavy metals such as cadmium, arsenic, and chromium. The ominous looking black buildings are leather making factories, skyscrapers, warehouses. So it's come under leather making factories, option A. How did the owners of the factory lure the villagers? They promised to give them houses, they bribed them, they promised to make them rich by giving them jobs. So C, they promised to make them rich by giving them jobs. Around 250 different chemicals are needed for making handbag, making leather shoes, changing animal skin to leather. Option C, changing animal skin to leather. Now next we have only 2 questions given here, and this is from separate passages. Let's see which passage it is. They came on a Wednesday, said Sunday. Many big lorries. They took all day unloading them. No one told us what was in them. They gave the chief a brown paper bag. I saw him smiling as the lorries drove away. This was 5 years ago. Then 3 months ago, one of the brightest boy in the village, Thomas Agonio, started university in Lagos. He came home one weekend with a new chemistry book and spent all day looking at the drums and writing things down and talking to himself and shaking his head. We all thought he had gone mad. Then he called a meeting of the village and told us that the drums contained poisonous chemicals. He said they had come from Italy, but I don't know where that is. Is it in Europe? Who came on Wednesday? And this story is from which story it is? Cocoa Village, Nigeria. Now, who came on Wednesday? From Italy, people have come on many big lorries. When did they come to know the hazard? 3 months ago, one of the brightest boy in the village, Thomas Agonio, who started university in Lagos, he came home one weekend and studied about the metal drums. You can also write, he came home one weekend with a new chemistry book and spent all day looking at the drums. According to your option, you can write the answer. So these are about the passages. Now going with the paper 1 grammar, edit the following passages correcting the underlined parts. Already we have done this in from unit 1 onwards we are doing. So let's see, we have to be care in spending money. Care should be changed into careful. In some situations like marriages, parties and other functions, we are pretending to be rich. So pretending is the wrong one. So we should change into pretended. So we spent a lot of money on clothing. Spent changes to spend. And on some articles which are not very necessarily, which can be done away with, necessary. Now combine the sentence using whom. The man was English, I wanted to meet him. The man whom I wanted to meet was English. Combine the following sentence using perfect participle. So what is the structure of perfect participle? Having plus V3 form. She received a phone call, she got angry. Having received a phone call, she got angry. Change the following sentence into passive form. We have not shared our resources equitably. Have not shared is given in the present perfect. So the passive form we add been. Our resources have not been shared equitably by us. Sudha said, please explain me about the earth, teacher. The teacher said the earth goes round the sun. Now change the following exchange into reported speech. Sudha requested the teacher to explain her about the earth. The teacher said that the earth goes round the sun. Now combine the sentence using the adverb such that. Russia is a big country. It has 11 times zone. Russia is a big country such that it has 11 times zones. Combine the sentence using the adverb neither nor. Ramu does not know English. He does not know Hindi too. Ramu knows neither English nor Hindi. Combine the sentence using the adverb though, although. Rajesh does not spend money, he is very rich. Though Rajesh is very rich, he doesn't spend money. Combine the sentence using the adverb in spite of. Naveen tried hard, he couldn't get a job. In spite of, now I am changing to noun form. In spite of his hard trials, Naveen couldn't get a job. Combine the following sentence using the adverb when. You seem very happy, you help others. You seem very happy when you help others. Now fill in the blanks with suitable prepositions given in the brackets. Pavni went to market, dash her mother. So options are given in favor of, instead of, by means of. Choose the correct one. The correct one is instead of. It took him a long time to get dash the shock of losing his job on by over. Over is the right answer. Now fill in the blanks with the suitable forms of verbs given in the bracket. I dash her for nearly 4 years. No changing to have known, because for nearly 4 years is talking about the present perfect tense, so we'll go with have known. After she dashed her work, she dashed to bed. After is a linker which is joining the two past actions. So the first action should be in earlier. So we should write with had plus V3 and latter action in the past form. After she had completed her work, she went to bed. Fill in the blanks with suitable articles. Dash living dog is better than dash deadline. A living dog is better than a deadline. The plants in your friend's garden have withered. You feel that the plant should be watered. Express the idea using it's high time. It's high time. It follows with high time or in time, and on time follows with the past form of the verb. So we start with it's high time you watered the plants. Your brother is not getting pass mark in maths. Advise him to study hard. Already we know the ways of writing with advice. Now I given you one. You should work hard to pass in maths. It would be better if you work hard to get pass mark in maths. You ought to work hard to get pass mark in maths. Change the following into a polite request. You to the teacher.
The following into a polite request. You to the teacher. Explain the lesson again. So there are many ways of writing polite requests. So I am giving you one. Could you please explain the lesson again, teacher? Or you can write, teacher, could you please explain the lesson again, and with a question mark. What do the following sentences mean? Put a tick mark against the right answer. There is a knock on the door. Would you please open the door? Is it a question, request, advice, offer? So would you please come under request? So option B is the right answer. Let us go to the library and refer books. Request, order, suggestion, advice. As the sentence begin with let, so we'll go with suggestion, option C. Now creative expressions. In paper 1, you all knows we have a conversation, diary entry, thoughts and feelings, and speech. So 33AB is given about a conversation between Wangari Maathai and the woman. Read the context carefully and try to write the conversation. See that you are going to complete only one creative expression per a day. So total here 4 creative writings are given. Complete them in 4 days. Now 35 is a WH framing questions. Here is a passage given to you from reading C. There came on Wednesday, said Sunday, many big lorries. They took all day unloading them. No one told us what was in them. They gave the chief a brown paper bag. I saw him smiling as the lorries drove away. This was 5 years ago. Then 3 months ago, one of the brightest boys in the village, Thomas Agonio, started university in Lagos. He came home one weekend with a new chemistry book and spent all day looking at the drums and writing things down and talking to himself and shaking his head. We all thought he had gone mad. In this, whatever underlined words are there, we should frame a WH question for those. Now, first one, on Wednesday. Now, how do we start? When did they come? So, the answer is on Wednesday. Second, a brown paper bag. What was given to the chief? Now, third, Thomas Agonio. Who was the brightest boy? Fourth, looking at the drums and writing things down and talking to himself and shaking his head. How did he spend all day? He has gone mad. What did all think of a boy? So, these are the WH framing questions. Now, going with the paper 2. So, paper 2, unseen passages. So, you please try from 76 paper 2 to 78 jumbled statements. Try yourself and check your answers at the end. Now, vocabulary part. 78 pills. Paragraph, write the synonyms of the underlined words, choosing from the words given in the box. So, some words are given to you in the box. Now, underline should be related to the words clearly. It is important to have a government that accounts to them, that protects them, that protects their interests, that is concerned about their life. Now, important. What is the right answer for important? Exact meaning necessary. Accounts, responsible. Protects, saves. Concerned, related. Now read the paragraph and match the words, opposites now. Wangari Maathai started the Green Belt movement and also fought for equal rights for women in Africa. She is the first woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Now here column A, column B matching is given. Check it and write the correct opposite word. Started, ended. So 6. Equal, unequal. 4. First, last. 5. Win, lost. So 2. And 18th Roman, it is directly from the textbook of reading A. Write forms of the words given in brackets.
However, all dash were dash for in terms of food, medicine or clothes. In fact, I would say mine was very dash childhood, both dash and emotionally. So options are given to you there. According to the options, you should write perfectly. Now, however, all necessities were provided in terms of food, medicine or clothes. In fact, I would say mine was very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally. We have not shared our dash dash. Here vowel clusters using either EI, UI, OO, AI, EA, AE, OU, IA, etc. Now RES dash dash R CES. What is the right one? OU. Here R double ES is given printing. So R after change it to C. So resources. So here the printing mistake is RES dash dash CES. Remove R, strike off that R. Now E should be changed into C. CES. Now answer for that RESOURCES, resources. Now EQ dash dash TABLY, equitably. UI should be added. Next, suffix. Complete the words that correct suffix given in bracket. The environment had changed, and that is when I started this CAMP dash EIGN AIGN. What is the right one? AIGN, campaign to restore the vegetation and to restore the land and to REHABILI dash the forest. TATE rehabilitate. Now 21, find the wrongly spelt word, write the correct spelling. In first one, willingness, corrupt, influence, peaceful. Now here all are correct, there is no correction. But you try to write one word, any one of the word. When sometimes if it is given, what should we do? Write the one word which you like. Now second, PIECE, peace, CONFIDENCE, confidence, region, hospital, HOSPATAL. So right one is HOSPITAL. Now pick the wrong one and change it, correction. Read the following dictionary entry of the word swindle given below. So swindle, phonetic language word, verb as well as noun. Verb, to cheat somebody in order to get something, especially money from them. Somebody out of something, they swindled hundreds of dollars out of him. Swindler is a noun form. Now answer the following questions using the information above. What is the noun form of swindle? Just now we have seen swindler. They swindled hundreds of dollars out of him. Now underlined word swindle. Write a parts of speech of the underlined. Here swindle means cheating. So cheating means here it is acting as a verb. So the parts of speech is verb. Now arrange the following words in correct headings. Some words are given to you. You should make it into correct headings. Prefix, suffix. You all know prefix means we add at the beginning of the word. Suffix, end of the word. So improper. Improper comes under prefix. Recycle, prefix. Necessarily, ending, suffix. Employment, suffix. Misbelief, prefix. Discovery, suffix. Examination, suffix. Intention, prefix. So equally 4 and 4. Now use the following expressions in sentences of your own. Here I am giving you the meaning and one sentence. Broke out, meaning is start suddenly. It is a phrasal verb. One sentence, the World War broke out in 1939. For certain, meaning definitely, idiomatic expression. For certain, that book belongs to my sister. Now match the following one-word substitutes in part A with their meanings in part B. Column A we have words and their meanings are given to you in column B. Manuscript. Observe from A to F and say which is the correct one. Option C, a handwritten document. Publisher. D option, a person who brings out new books. Spendthrift. Option E, one who spends too much. Teetotaler. B, one who abstains from taking alcohol. Now creative expressions of unseen, that means paper 2 creative expressions. So after writing the paper 1 for 4 days, next 4 days you will continue writing the paper 2 creative writing. Means totally 8 days you have a work of completing the creative writings of unit 5 material part. So in 26 AB, 27 A and B. And at last, study the following diagram. Observing the diagram, what you should do? Now write the paragraph describing the information depicted in the diagram given. So it's a bar graph given to you. After observing clearly about the title as well as the past percentage from so and so year to so and so year, you should briefly explain the information. It should be also be written in the notebook. By this we ended the unit 5 material. So complete it and make it ready. So it takes 9 days time to complete your creative writings along with the paragraph describing the information. Clear, children? So this is our end of the class. In the next class we will start the unit 6. Thank you. Have a nice day.